Hello, Ian here from Dark Blaze Workshop. Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's doing okay. Just thought I'd share some progress that I've made on the Battle of Hoth diorama. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so managed to get my hands on the snow speeder. This is 1/24 scale, so the wingspan is about 8 inches across. I'm guessing it's a bit longer than, yeah, that was 8 inches, so I'd say maybe 10 inches going that way. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting, but it looks really good. Quite happy with it. Comes with loads of parts as well. This was done on a FDM printer, so as you can see, I've started sanding it to get rid of the print lines on it. If you can see, they annoy the hell out of me. So I'm going to try and get them as smooth as I can. I've gone through 2 sheets of sandpaper already, and it is making a difference, but we're not there yet. You can still see the lines, but it is, I think it's a really nice model actually. Quite happy with it. I see the cockpit fits in here. I'll show you that now. Yeah, very nice. And of course there's the engine at the back as well. That's going to be a pain to sand as well. So that sits on the back. So the other parts, I was talking to the guy who made it. By the way, it was Proteus 3D modelling. I get most of the stuff that I can't print myself, I go to them. They're quite local as well, but brilliant service. Comes with a stand, which I'm not going to use, and but everything, I'm really impressed because everything fits perfectly. So that just slides in that slot there, and away you go. But as I say, that's going in the bin. As he throws it away. I was talking to the guys when they were, I actually asked them to print it for me. They said they were struggling with some of the parts, so these have been done on a resin printer, and the detail is pretty good. It all fits together nicely on the main body. No problems at all there. There's the canopy. And they've got articulating joints on them as well if you wanted to do stuff with the canopy and the flaps at the back. Really good. So that slots into there, but I'll just be gluing on the flaps. I'm not going to mess about with anything there. I just want a flat surface to weather. These parts are actually to help you locate the engine to the actual fuselage, so that slot in that way, I think, yeah, and then it'll lock into position with the slots there. It's quite well thought out, this. I'm really impressed. So the cockpit, that just slides in from the back there, and it snaps into position, so I won't be pushing it all the way in. It snaps in over this. I did it by mistake when I first bought it, and it took me ages to get the bloody thing out again. But yeah, happy. There's quite a lot of detail on the side, the cockpit, into a display, but everything is going to be on a fogged up fogged up canopy, so you're not going to see that much. I'll do the odd bit, but I'm not going to bust the gut over doing a superb paint job on it, because you're not going to see it. It'll have snow in the recesses of the canopy, a bit cracks in the canopy, so yeah, no need to go to town on that one. So with the figures, let me pause it there and we'll zoom in. So I've been working on the colour scheme, and I think I've got a half decent cream to start with. I'll be using aged white from Vallejo and then a sepia wash, and then I'll build it up from there. Recently did a variant of a trooper, and the trousers are going to be something like that. So it's like a creamy white, but I think there'll be stronger highlights on it. The armour's going to be a bit different. I'm going to start with a blue-grey for the shadows and then build it up to white then. So fingers crossed that'll go okay. I'm going to try and airbrush that, I think. Make things a bit quicker. Because the cloth, I reckon I know what I'm doing with the cloth, so I can do all that by brush. So I might try and get a nice transition with the airbrush on the armour part. But no, yeah, things are looking good. The only other thing is I'm starting to get concerned about the size of the base that it's going to go on. As I said, it's a pretty big beastie, and I've got to get like 10, 12 figures in front of it as well. So I'm on the hunt now. I really wanted to put it into a display case like my other stuff that I'm doing, but I haven't had much success in finding one that's big enough at the minute, so it might have to be a custom job. I'm hoping not, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we got a bit of progress on the snow speed. I apologise for my voice. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I've got a dodgy throat. So I primed it. Well, first of all, I sanded it, and I was trying to get rid of the layer lines from the printing process, and it was a pain in the rectum. It really was. I've still got some there. So the sanding wasn't working. I tried all different grits, and I went from, you know, a coarse grit down to a fine grit, and it just wasn't shifting it as much as I really wanted. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to use my little mouse sander, and I seem to do the trick actually. You know, it's quite a smooth surface now, but I wasn't entirely happy with, you know, little patches here. I don't know why you can see that, but I thought, yeah, we'll go for priming now. So I primed it, and then I've used auto filler on it as well, or primer filler, and yeah, it feels really smooth now, so I'm quite happy with that. These little blemishes I'm gonna cover up with weathering or a lump of snow or something, but no, I'm fairly happy with that. I just need to attach the back end, and I'll probably have to fill those gaps because they look quite unsightly, but I like a challenge. So yeah, that's where we're at the minute. As for the snow troopers, I'm fairly happy with the armour. I'm still toying with doing like a satin coat over it or not. I'm not sure what to do about that yet, but I'm happy with the contrast. Face turned out well on this one.
quite happy with that, using an old recipe that uses the same blue as in the armour. So I tried to let's focus in a bit. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, it's Arctic Blue from scale 75. Start off with a cork brown, and then you mix in the Arctic Blue, and then for the shadows you add in a little bit of red for the cheekbones. It gives a nice cold skin tone, which I quite like. Thought it was fitting, seeing as they're snowtroopers. So I'm doing a batch of 5. Started work on the cream on this one. It's not going as well as I was hoping for, but halfway there. Still needs a lot more highlights on it. I'm getting there. Just a base coat skin tone on that guy. Asian guy. I was trying to do a different kind of skin tone, but I think I need to add a bit of green in there, I think. And this guy's sitting on the snow speeder up at the back, so he's got a similar, I think it's supposed to be clones. So yeah, they're going well. It's just the fact I've got to do another 5, and this is where the other ones are at. The colours that I used here were colours from Ammo, and I think it was Hell Blau and something else, but I just didn't like it. So what I did, I went over the top with a pale blue grey. Going back to this one, so it's pale blue grey, and then the mid-tone is like an Arctic blue, and then added in some off-white and white grey. I didn't want to go to white because it just didn't look right. So I did a little, it's like a white grey glaze at the top of that bit there to get a nice highlight on it. But then I used like a somber grey and glazed it into the shadows to get an extra bit of contrast. So it's looking okay. But yeah, I don't know whether to go for a satin finish or not. I know they got shiny armour, haven't they? So I might try it. If I don't like it, I can always go matte over the top, can't I? So yeah, so that's where we're at for now, I think. Let me pause. So the only other thing then I've done, I got rid of that ghastly beige primer colour. So I've gone to grey, and then I can start thinking about colours. But as I say, I need to glue on that back section first and fill the gaps, and then we can get started on it properly. I'm thinking about doing the cockpit first, but I'm not entirely sure how much of it I'm going to be able to see, so I want to do a cracked windscreen because it is crashed. So I'm not sure how much you're going to actually see, but I'll do like a rough, rough tabletop paint job of the cockpit, and we'll go from there. So that's it for this update. Hopefully things will go well for the next week or so, and I'll come back with another update, and hopefully I've gotten rid of this cold. And yeah, we shall see you then. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support, especially people on Instagram and here on YouTube as well. It's been brilliant, so thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.